What is going on, guys? Well, I am finally back with another video. I'm sure it seemed like forever, but between work and everything, it's been harder and harder for me to put up videos on a regular. To start off this video, the first thing I want to say is thank you guys a lot for all the subscribers, the support, and everything. I think I'm up to 300 now, which is pretty cool. So again, thank you guys a lot. Hopefully I can keep on putting up videos for you guys. Next thing I'm going to say is, obviously, as you've seen, this is the cutscene now, and I'll probably let this play through, but COD Advanced Warfare. I'm going to start off by saying that this is an awesome game. I think I already have more hours or more, I don't know if I have, I don't think I have a day on it yet, but I already have more hours on this than I had on Call of Duty Ghost. So far, I like it a lot better. But yeah, I just started playing it. Well, not just started, I got it pretty much the day it came out, but I'm just going to be starting making videos on it. The other thing I want to say is I did upgrade from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, so yeah, it's been a little bit of a learning period. That's another reason why I haven't really been making videos, is I've been trying to grow accustomed to using the Xbox One instead of the 360. It is a lot different. It is a big upgrade, and it is more technical, I guess you can say. There's a lot more technology in it that you got to get used to, but I guess it's a good thing because I did get to connect, so if I ever want to do live streams, I can have the face cam, whatever you would call it, while I'm playing, so that's pretty cool. But let's jump right into it. This video is pretty much just going to be I'll jump to like the multiplayer, and instead of playing games, which I'll do probably next video or whatever, I'm just going to pretty much show you your character, the guns, and all the accessories and everything like that. That's kind of another reason why it took me a little bit to upload a video about Advanced Warfare. Because I wanted to get at least one class pretty much fully customized, or at least one gun set fully customizable, so you can see the things that you can add on to it. And I did that with the assault rifles class. So as you can see, I'm already level 43. I think that you prestige at level 50. So I have been playing this quite often, at least when I can with work and everything. But to jump right into it, if you guys ever played Rainbow Six back in the day, you would remember that you can kind of switch out the loadout of your guy, how he looks and everything like that, and you can do that in this, which is pretty cool. So we'll start off with the operator. From here, you got access to your playing cards. It's kind of the same thing as, I think it's the Call of Duty, the Black Ops. You know what I mean? It's with the emblems. You can kind of create your own emblem, and the calling cards. I actually haven't looked through these too much. You know what? I'll actually might as well for the video. I'll kind of scroll through them all really quick. And you guys can check them out. I haven't really done that yet. This one's pretty cool. But as you can see, I mean, it says triple killer, earn 20 triple kill medals, 3 rapid kills to unlock them. So there you go. They kind of tell you what you need to unlock each emblem, or calling cards. I mean, game modes. Another thing, probably the next video that I'm going to put up is 2 new game modes in this. One is called Uplink and one is called Momentum, and I love them both, man. I mean, Uplink is really fun. It's pretty much like playing basketball with a with guns. So it's fun to play. Definitely fun to play with your friends. So I'll show you a couple gameplays with that. Like I said, I'm kind of going to go through these quick. Attachments. So I already got that. What's that on the foregrip? Yeah, I use the foregrip a lot. I also use a suppressor a lot, so that should be close. Yeah, I need to get 500 kills, not 300. Perks. The only thing that I don't like too much about this this game, I guess you can say, is there's not too many There's not too many perks, and there's not that many score streaks. As you can see, I mean, I think this is probably all of them. There's not too many, but I'll show you what you can do with them, which kind of makes up for it a little bit, I guess you can say. Not all the way, in my opinion, but maybe a little bit. Prestige. Yeah, I think that you can prestige after level 50. I'm not sure though. And clans. And I also think that there was more calling cards on the older games than this one, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. Clan tag. I'm not even going to show you my combat record yet because I haven't played Call of Duty in so long because I didn't like Ghost that I've been kind of sucking it up a little bit on this game. Once I get a little bit of a better KD, actually I'll show you because my win-loss is pretty good. My win-loss is 7.79, my KD is 0.82. Back in the day I used to be around like a 1 point something, so hopefully I can get back up there again. But as you can see, my last couple games, I think my last 3 that I played was all the momentum. So, you know, I mean, with momentum you can kind of go uphill or downhill. If you are going after the objective the whole time, you're probably going to die a lot because it's a lot of running around, and and carrying the ball, as you'll see later on. If you haven't really played that game mode, you won't know what I'm talking about, but you'll see when I play it a little bit later. My favorite gun is the BAL-27. I use Semtex a lot, and the Score Streaks is the aerial recon drone. So I guess those are my most used. I'll go. I really don't need to go on leaderboards. Prestige. Yep. All right. So unlock after completing level 50. So I'm almost there, and I probably will prestige right away. So let's go back to what we started off with, and that is the customization of your guy. So once you go into here, you can choose male or female, and you do have 4 slots. So you can, you can put different outfits on. I only did 1 so far, and this is what it looks like. So eyewear. Let me take off my helmet first so you can see that. You got just your normal, I guess, what do they call it? Off-shoot glasses, off-shot glasses. That's pretty cool. But I like to have the helmet on, so I'll go back to none. For helmets, you got this guy. And some of these you'll see like you see like it's like a blue writing and it says professional, and this one says enlisted with the yellow writing. I'll try to explain that as best as I can once I get to that in this video, but you'll know more once I play and once I unlock one. But you got these ones. You just got your normal beanie. And this one, the bloodshed. From what I've noticed, I'm sure you can, but at least for me, you don't really unlock it full time. And what I mean by that is when you do unlock it, you only have it for like 30 minutes. So you can wear it for 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes of game time, then it pretty much erases from your inventory. So that's kind of why I never really wear it, although I do think it looks pretty cool. And you got this guy, which is a medic. That's a pretty badass helmet. But I'm gonna go back to the one that I like, professional. This is one of your harder ones to get. And same thing, I'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'll toss that on. And to show you the tops, I'm gonna take the load off. Oh, you can't take this off. You need to have one on. So alright, the tops you're not gonna be able to see them too great, but it's pretty much on. You can see it like pretty much by his forearms. That's where you'll be able to see where they change. So you got that one. Got this red one. You got the black with the short sleeves. You got the t-shirt. That's one. That guy. You got the black t-shirt. And this is kind of like your military, kind of like an ACU. So that's what I have on for the top. For the loadouts, you have, I think this is one that you start off with. So they got that one. I think you unlock this. That one's pretty plain. I do like that one. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to toss that one on then. This is the professional one. I'm just like I said, professional one. I'm not even gonna talk about that now. I'll get into that pretty much for probably the next thing that I talk about. That's the one I'm using now. Got this one, and you got that one. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, like the 610 on like pretty much the chest is my emblem. So that's it kind of transfers over to the vest. I'm actually gonna switch out. I'm gonna put that one on for a little bit. The gloves. As you can see, these two are pretty much the same. It's just one is a little bit different. The professional one, I guess, a little bit harder to get, and it sells for more money. And I'll tell you what I mean by that a little bit later on in the video when I talk about selling stuff. You got that one, and you got the one that I'm wearing now. Pants. You just got your plain black. You got those crazy ones. Just gonna kind of go through these real quick. Got the ones which I'm using now, and these the top and the bottom match. These are the Marine pants, and I think I'm pretty sure they have the Marine top. So those are like the ACU or the digital camouflage, whatever you want to call it. Right, so there's that. Knee guards. The only reason I put this one on is because I unlocked these. I kind of don't like them, so I'm going to switch them out for these ones. And that's the other thing is, as far as I know, like different vests don't give you like extra health or anything like that. You know, I think it's just for looks. But it's cool because it kind of sets you off different from the other players. These are elite, which is I think one step up from professional. So I'll toss those on. Same thing. I don't really think it does anything, but they sell for more money. You got those, and then you just got the little boost. so I'll keep those on. And then the XO, which is your pretty much your jetpack on the back, you got that. Pretty much all the gold stuff, that including this, and I think I have 2 or 3 guns that are gold, came from the Day Zero edition of the Advanced Warfare. So that's where you get like the gold pack. I like them. I think they look cool, but the only thing about them is a lot of people wear them. So that's kind of why I switched them out, and I'm not really wearing them anymore. This is an elite one, so just like I said, elite is pretty much your top tier. So this is the hardest one to get, and or the hardest one to unlock, and I don't know, looks cool, and just like I said, it is hard to unlock. So when people see you wearing that one, they I don't know, I don't know what I'm trying to get at there, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's jump back. Next thing I'm going to show you is, I'll go into the guns last because that's going to take a little bit, but the armory. So what this kind of does is it lets you unlock guns and equipment. So what usually happens is, while you're playing, and it sounds kind of weird, I don't know why I do this, but in my case, it's usually when I get killed that it'll pop up on the screen that I received a supply drop. And when you go back to your home screen, or when you go back to like the menu of the online game, you know, of the multiplayer, you can pretty much unlock that. You can unlock that supply drop, and certain things will come in it. So this is pretty much all the stuff that I received in that supply drop. As you can see, it says I have, this is the first out of 7 pages, and I have 47 free slots. So once you get to, like, you know, in a couple free slots, you kind of want to start weeding through and getting rid of some of the things that you don't want, in case something pops up that you do want in a supply drop. So that's one thing that I do like, because how do I want to say this? Pretty much these guns are all normal guns, just with upgrades. So for instance, the AK-12, you know what I mean, you start off with a normal AK-12, and then you have this one, which adds on a grenade launcher, and it says, as you can see, it puts up your handling by 1. So that's cool because it adds on a grenade launcher, so that it doesn't take up a slot for that, as far as I know. So then you can add on 2 more for the price of 1, if that makes any sense. Or you know what I mean? You can have 3 attachments for the price of 2, I guess you should say. And this one, for instance, it puts up the range by 2, takes handling down by 1, but it adds on the range without putting on any attachments. So when you put on 3 extra attachments, then you can get your gun up even more. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll show you once we get into the gun screen. But what you can do with this is, you can see, if you look on the bottom, if you press X, you can redeem for XP. Obviously, the harder to get things will give you more money. I think that the most is 2,000 XP. But I'm not going to sell this. But for instance, so that one sells for 100 XP. So I'll get 100 XP if I sell that. You can also sort them by rarity. So there you go. And there's the XO that I was talking about. That's probably the hardest thing to get. These are all elites. They're kind of like the I guess you can say orange background. Here's my favorite gun. As you can see, it puts up damage by 2, which is pretty crazy because this gun already has decent damage on it. It takes accuracy down by 1, fire rate down by 1, handling down by 1, and puts mobility up by 1. The accuracy, fire rate, and handling isn't too big of a deal, because you can add on accessories to put that rate back up. It's the damage, which is a big deal for me, because there's not too many things. There's not really like Full Metal Jacket or anything like that puts up that damage. So when you have a gun that puts up damage for you, that's a plus in my opinion. So I'll kind of go through these pretty quickly, and just to show you some of the things that I got. And just like I said, you do unlock these through the supply drops, which hopefully once I play a game a little bit later on today, or I get a video up a little bit later today, I'll get a supply drop and you'll see what that is. So same thing, I'll kind of just go through these really quick. I'll pause it for a second. I haven't used this one yet, the MK14. I think I just unlocked it recently. I think it unlocks at level 40 something. It's a single shot. It's kind of like the M14 on the older Call of Duty, so I do want to try that. I like single shotguns. I did pick one up while I was playing, and as far as I know, it only took 3 bullets to kill somebody, so that's pretty cool. So there's that one. You got this one over here, which has a couple mixes of things. And this is your unlisted, so this is kind of like the lower level, where it doesn't do too much. This one only puts the damage up by 1 and puts the range down by 1. This gun is pretty crazy. And here you go. It's locked. Some of them are non-redeemable. So the ones that you get in your Day Zero edition, you can't sell for anything. Same with this, non-redeemable. I got these 2 with the Day Zero, and I also got this one with the Day Zero because they're all gold. So there's that. Same with the jetpack. So I got four. You get 4 items with day 0. You get these two, the crossbow, and the quantum. And I got these gloves. I wish I could redeem these ones because, just like I said, I have another pair which are pretty much the same thing right here, which are professional, and I can redeem these for 1,000, but I would rather redeem these because they're not as good, I guess. I don't know, at least how the game looks at it. But there's that. I wanted to show you that really quick. The armory. Again, hopefully when I end up playing the games and you see that, you'll see what I mean by supply drop when you get them and when you open them. But I'll just give you a quick. You can move around your guy with the right stick. Okay, just look at them. Alright, so let's get into the bulk of this video. Alright, so you get 5 custom classes to start off. As far as I know, I think that you probably get a new custom class maybe every prestige. So we'll jump right into this. I'll probably only get, I'll go through every gun, but I'm not going to show you every class that I have. At least not in this video, but I'll show you everything that you can do with a class, if that makes any sense. So for instance, this is what I'm talking about when you get like the 3 guns. So let's say I want the AK-12. You can choose, alright, so this is the one that you start off with. So there's no upgrades to it. This is the one that I got in the Day 0 edition, which has no upgrades, but it's gold. And then these two are the ones that I got in the supply drops. So you can choose what you want between those. And I'll show you what I mean. So like, let's say I want the Grenader. Let me choose another one really quick so it exits out of everything. Alright, so let's say I want the Grenader. They put a grenade, this is locked so I can't take this off, but the one attachment has the grenade launcher already on it. So I can only add on 2 extra ones. And that puts up the handling by 1, but let's say I move over to the professional one, which is called the Lance. It puts up the range by 2 and it puts the handling down by 1. Now let's say I want to choose that one, then I have these 3 slots. So as long as they don't come with like optics or anything on it, then you can use all 3 attachments. So if I use this one, let's say I want to do, but that's the thing. Now since it's a professional, it doesn't let me do any of the crazy stuff. I can't put suppressors on or anything like that. I can only put on scopes or optics. So I kind of just remember that. But that's the reason why I had on the Grenader before. So let's toss Grenader back on, and you can choose what you want from the remaining items. So I'll put that on, and I'll put the suppressor on. The quick draw handle, that you actually do, you know what I mean, it is, you draw a lot quicker when you use that. So let's do that. Alright, so you got that. Actually, I'm going to jump down to this one because I have everything unlocked for this one. So same thing with this. I have 3 different kinds. I have the one you start off with. I have this one, which puts the damage down by 2, which is the reason why I don't use that one. Fire rate up by 1 and range up by 1, and then you have the elite version, which puts the damage up by 2. This is the one that I showed you before. So there's a lot going on with this one, but the good thing about it is, just like I said, for the accuracy, fire rate, and handling, you can usually find equipment that puts that stuff up. So for instance, you know, I mean, there you go. So the accuracy would go down another 1, but the mobility and the handling would go up. Same with this. You know, I mean, you can just go through some of the things and you can see what goes up and what goes down. But I have this one set the way that I like it. Extended mags. Oh, and let me go back and let me show you. This is pretty much every attachment that you can get for an assault rifle class. So you got your sights, the thermal, the target enhancer is kind of like it like paints. It pretty much when you're looking down the optic, it puts like the guys turn like red pretty much. It's kind of hard to explain, but I can show you that in a later video. Laser sight, grenade launcher, quick draw, parabolic microphone. This is kind of weird. It shows enemy suppressed guns on your minimap. Suppressed weapon fire appears on your minimap. So before, when you would use a suppressor, you wouldn't pop up on anybody's minimap. If you put that on your gun as an attachment, then they would. So that's cool. The tracker, wounding an enemy causes them to show on your minimap, so it's pretty much, you know what I mean, they show up as a blimp on your minimap when you hit them with some fire, but don't kill them. And of course the extended mags, everybody knows about that. So those are the attachments for the assault rifles. Let me jump down. I think I have a couple for this is your submachine gun. And they're pretty much the same. You can kind of read them. ACOS, that's all the same. Advanced rifling, this is different. So this puts up the range by 2 and puts up the handling by 1. So actually I might want to toss that on then. Tracker stock, those are both the same. Rapid fire, that's different. I got to get 3 double kills to unlock that. Rapid fire, it just fires faster. Dual mags, same thing from back in the day. You just have 2 of them. You can switch out quicker, I guess. And the only bad thing about the extended mags in this game, as far as I know, is, or actually I lie, with the speed reload, I'll get into that when I get into that, so I'm not going to talk about that yet. But what else I want to show you? I'll show you a sniper rifle class really quick. Variable zoom, thermal, ballistic CPU, stock tracker, parabolic microphone, and iron sights. So you got those guys for the sniper rifle class. Now let's go back up here and let's go through all the kill streaks and everything like that and perks. So I showed you the attachments on most of the guns. You can come down here and you can choose your secondary. The reason that I'm able to choose an actual gun, actually, what am I doing? I'm jumping the gun. Let me show you all the guns first. Alright, so for the assault rifle, you got your BAL 27, you got pretty much your AK, you got this which is a 3-round burst, you got this which is fully auto. It's a pretty good gun, I like that. Got the IMR which is a 4-round burst. I don't really like it too much though, and I just unlocked this I think recently, which is your semi-auto. Going into submachine guns, you got pretty much which is like an MP5, like a Mac 10 or something like that. We're just going to go through them. I'm not even going to talk about them because I don't know too much about them yet. So that gets unlocked at 44. I haven't tried that one yet. Sniper rifles. A lot of these are kind of weird. I don't really like the links that much. This is by far my favorite. If you read this one, it says semi-automatic 2-round fire system. The primer is the first round. So the first round that you shoot, even if you hit a guy, it's not going to kill him. And then that first round explodes when the second round hits nearby. So the first round's kind of like an explosive. It's weird. I mean, I guess I could get used to it, but as of now, I don't like it. And this one is a shoulder mounted with no hip fire. Best in class damage. I haven't tried this one yet. As of now, the Morris is by far my favorite, like I said. Shotgun, you got 3 different ones. This is OP right here, man. If you're anywhere close to the guy and he shoots you, you're done. TAC 19. That's the only one that I have tried so far. I haven't tried any of these two. Right now I'm kind of just going through most of the assault rifles and trying to get a lot of that stuff unlocked. This one shoots out a constant beam of direct energy, so there is no ammo to it, but it can overheat, so you gotta watch out for that, and you can reload it, and reloading it I guess is like cooling it down. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool gun. Maybe I can make a video about that then. And these are pretty much your heavy weapons, your LMGs, like machine guns. What's this one? Oh yeah, this one is akimbo only, so you have one in each hand. Pretty crazy. Semi-automatic direct energy. I haven't tried that one yet, but it's pretty much the same thing as that. And that one looks pretty cool. I haven't unlocked that one yet. And the special is your shield and your launcher. So here's that. I'll go down to. Gotta jump into the class down to the pistols. Alright, so for the pistols, you got this guy. You got this one, which is pretty much like a shot. Now, it's not a shotgun. It shoots a pistol bullet, but it's like a one-shot kill when you're close to the enemy. So this thing is pretty much OP, but it's fun. This kind of looks like a SIG to me, and that's one of the that's the elite version that I unlocked. And you got the PDW launchers. You got the Stinger. You got this guy, another same thing. I unlocked that one. That's a laser guided missile. And you got Mayhem, whatever you want to pronounce it. And the specials for this, you got the crossbow. Same thing I haven't unlocked yet. Here's your number one, and this is the one that comes with day 0. So now that I went through all that, you can jump down to your wild card, and this is going to be your overkill, which is take 2 primary weapons. You'll have, I mean, instead of having a pistol as your secondary weapon, you can have another, pretty much any gun you want, whether it be a sniper rifle, assault rifle, LMG, SMG, anything like that. Primary gunfighter, which lets you take a 3rd attachment, take a secondary attachment for your secondary. Perk 1, it lets you take a second perk. Let you take a second perk for perk 2, same thing with that for perk 3. Technician, take an exo ability in your exo launcher slot. Haven't tried that. Take an exo, so you can read that. Take a 4th score streak, that's pretty cool. So I haven't really been using too much of these. I think I have one with the overkill and I have one with the primary gunfighter, and this is the one with the primary gunfighter, where it lets me have 3 attachments. As you can see up top, it says 12 out of 13. They do have the point system, so you have 13 points to pretty much buy whatever you want. Over here, let's go through the perks. Just like I said, they're kind of slacking a little bit on the perks, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. So you got lightweight, which lets you move faster. You get the low profile, which puts you invisible to UAVs, tracking rounds, and exo ping. Tracking rounds, I think, is pretty much, I forget what they call it, but when you shoot your enemy, they show up on a mini-map. When you shoot your enemy, and it's from the tracker site is what it's called. You got your flak jacket, take less explosive damage, cancel frag cooking. Overcharge, increase the exo ability. Exo ability, I'll show you that a little bit later. And danger close, you can kind of read what they are. You got your peripherals, which is increasing the mini-map coverage. I do like that. Just makes your mini-map on the top left a little bit bigger. Blind Eye, Cold Blood, Gung Ho, and this lets you fire while sprinting and sliding, and Fast Hands. And then on your last perk slot, you got Hardwired, Toughness, Blast Suppressor, Scavenger, which is like the old thing that lets you pick up rounds from other people, and Hardline, which I haven't unlocked yet. Exo ability, you got your Exo Shield, quickly deploy a portable shield attached to your arm. So this is kind of like a riot shield, but you can only use it for a couple seconds. So if somebody's shooting at you, and if you're running towards somebody and they're shooting at you, you can kind of pop up that shield really quick, and hopefully they run out of ammo. Overcloak. Gain a temporary speed boost. Silence your footsteps. Temporary generate health beyond normal levels. This pretty much lets you go invisible, or I mean not invisible. People can still see you, but it's harder to see you. This one really fucks people up, man. This is pretty much with your exo. When you jump up in the air, you can kind of do like a little boost, but then you come down. This one lets you hover. So if you jump up in the air and you click your exo ability and you hover there, and that really messes people up because they're expecting you to either go higher or go lower, not stay in the same place. So that's pretty fun. A lot of people do that to me sometimes, and it works out for them. Show enemy exo movements and weapon fire on the HUD. Yeah, temporary. So I haven't trophy system. I haven't got that one yet. Exo launcher. So you got your frag grenades. You got your stun grenades, variable grenades, and this one can cycle through stun, EMP, threat, and smoke. Cannot be manually detonated. Semtex. Tracking drone. This one you kind of toss out, and it kind of stays around you for I think maybe like 5 or 10 seconds, and it kind of like puts people on the map. If there's an enemy nearby, it'll kind of go over there and flash them, and it'll put them on your mini-map. Threat grenade temporarily shows enemies through walls. That one's pretty cool. I haven't tried that yet. EMP, smoke grenade, explosive drone. Haven't tried this one yet. I think I just unlocked it recently. A proximity trigger drone. Trust enemies. Alright, that's cool. And your spike drone. Haven't unlocked that one yet, but I think it's just like a spike ball you throw at them. So you got that. What else? Let me toss one of these on. I usually do either the cloak or the, I don't know, it kind of depends what class I want, but I'm going to do the hover for this one. So there you go, all my 13 slots are moved up. Wild card, same thing, you can just use, I already showed you these, but you do have 3 slots for that if you want to use them. The other thing that I didn't show you is when you click on which gun you want, you can personalize it. So if you go back to like the starting screen, you can personalize it with your different camos. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked any of them yet, which I'm not sure why, because for the one gun, I do have the 10 out of 10 for the multicam, but it didn't give me it for some reason. So unfortunately, I can't show you any of these, but you can kind of see the names, and I'm sure some of them kind of go back to the other Call of Duties that they have the same things, kind of. Score streaks. Another thing they're kind of slacking on a little bit, but I'll show you what you can do with these. They only have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they only have 12 of them. So you have your aerial recon drone, UAV, aerial assault drone, care package, remote turret, system hack, which is pretty crazy. Vulcan, missile strikes, bombing run, Goliath, which is pretty sweet. Warboard and Paladin, whatever, I don't know how you pronounce it, Paladin. So you can pick these. Obviously you have 3. You can unlock 4 with one of your wild cards. But what you can do with these then is, so this is how I have it set up, but if you press Y on it, you can customize it. So for speed, faster positioning, you can, and these just add on to the points. It's a point system. It doesn't go by kills anymore. It goes by points. So for the UAV that I have set up now, I need to have 1,000 points. So I guess in a team deathmatch, 1 kill is 100 points. So I'll need 10 kills in a row to get this. But there is something that you can do with a couple of these to help you out, and I'll show you what I did it with the 3 that I have right now. So you got speed, you got your additional assist points for every active kill, extra time, UAV lasts longer, Excursion, enemy minimap, scrambler, enemy detection, and this one adds a facing arrow, so it shows you where they're facing. Threat detection, this is one of the, and as far as I know, you can choose as many as, let me see. You can only choose 3. So you can only choose 3 of these that you want to use. I have 2 of them on right now. I have the threat detection, which paints the enemy of each sweep of the UAV. So when the UAV goes by, it'll kind of they'll show up in red, and you can kind of see them through walls and everything like that. You can actually see them from across the map. Hopefully when I do a video of me actually playing, you'll see that. Orbital moves UAV so it can't get shot down. And this is my favorite one by far, support, which it says points earned towards the streak remain through death. Now, when I first thought about this, when I first took it, I was thinking you die once and you keep, alright, let's say you unlock your support, and the points that you get from the support, so you get 25, when you have a UAV up in the air, you get 25 points for an opponent killing, no, for one of your teammates killing an opponent, you get 25 points because you have your UAV, which helps them see them. So I was thinking that you get to keep those points to your death, but that's not what it is. It's actually how do I say it? So the 1,000 points that it costs to get this, you pretty much you can rack those up the whole game. So no matter how many times you die, if I die 20 times a game, but I have those 10 kills, you'll be able to get that UAV. If that makes any sense. It pretty much it goes through your death. So no matter how many times you die, your points stick with you for that score streak. As far as I know, these are the only 3 score streaks that you're able to do that with. I think a lot of the big things like the Goliath and everything like that, you straight up have to get the points from that first death. I mean, if you die, then your points reset. With this one, they stay the same. The remote turret, rocket turret that shoots out rockets. This is one to control laser. This is one of the things that I have on it, which it lets your turret spin in 360 degrees, so it's easier to kill people, especially when they're on your turret and they're trying to knock it out or kill it or whatever you want to say. You can turn around on them. Rippable, which lets you take it off and lets you carry it around the battlefield. Heavy resistance adds flashbang and concussion immunity. Sentry, turret will be sentry, not remote. Now the thing with the remote, people don't get this. With the remote turret, when you start off with this, with the remote turret, you have to control it. If you put it down and you don't control it, it's not going to kill people. So that's the reason why they added in the sentry, because then you don't have to control it. You toss it down and the game will, shoot people for you. And of course your support, same thing, which lets you rack up these points throughout the game, even if you die. So I have sentry support and I have the 360 turret. So pretty much I can toss this down on the ground and it can spin in 360 degrees and it'll shoot people for me. The orbital care package, I have 2 things on this one. You got drone delivery, adds first thing, what else? Fast speed, can pick up your care package faster. Does not appear on enemy radar. And this one allows you to change the package content. I like that, but I don't really need it because one of the other perks that I guess you can say perks that I have on this one seems pretty cool. And I think it kind of takes away from that. Trap, it's an explosive one. If you toss this one down, the enemy comes and picks it up, it'll blow up. Better odds is the one I'm talking about, and increases your chance of getting a better item. So if you have this one on, I guess you can put the double tap on, but for me at least, when you put the better odds on, you do get better things. So I don't really see the point. And of course support. Oh, sorry, I had a hiccup. And of course support, which adds on an extra 600 points, but it's worth it because you keep it through death. So how it's set up now is I get my UAV at 1,000 points, I get my care package at 1,300 points, and I get my remote turret at 1,450 points. So that's kind of how I have it set up. And just like I said, that is pretty much like your what do they call it back in the day, back in the old Call of Duty? I forget what they used to call it, but it just adds on. You can throughout the game is how you earn that. You don't have to get 10 kills just to earn that 10 kills without dying. You can die as many times as you want, as long as you get those points throughout the game. Then you get that. If that makes any sense. So as you can see, that's pretty much what I'm running on every one. Almost the same thing, except for this one where I have the Warbird at the end. One thing that I'll do just to help you guys out even more is I'll go through all the other ones. So I showed you this one. Oh no, I didn't show you that one. So let's go on to that one. Cloaking abilities. I'm just going to go through these, and you can either pause the video if I'm going too fast. You can kind of read them really quick. I'll just say what they are. Flash marking, EMP grenade. I went through pretty quick on that one. Flash marking, EMP grenades, increased lifetime, and support. So here's another one where you can keep your points throughout the deaths. So you got that one. I showed you the UAV, aerial assault drone, AR HUD, cloak, AI controlled. So this is pretty much the game controls it. Except I mean, usually you would have to control this, and you would be out of the game because you're controlling this. And I guess you can kill people if you mark them a couple times, but for this, the game will control it. Hardened machine gun. That's a machine gun turret. That's cool. And rockets. I showed you the care package. I showed you the remote turret. System hack. Disable equipment. Flash. Assist points. And then you get 2 extended times, so I can actually put 2 of these on, which will be like a double extend time. Disable streaks. And disable exosuit, so pretty much they can't jump, you know, I mean they can't fly anymore. They can't have that boost. Let's go down to the Vulcan. Overcharge, extra time, extra burst, so you can, you know, I mean, double that up again. And light show adds 3 rotating lasers. That's pretty crazy. Missile strike. Cluster missile, Hellfire missile, extra missile, so you can get 2 extra missiles if you put both of them on, and nano swarm, bombing run, flares, stealth, additional bomber, and this is pretty much like your emergency airdrop, I think they used to call it back in the old Call of Duty, where it drops off a couple care packages. So that's your care packages one, but again, this is not, you know, I mean, you have to get, so that if I would add this on, it adds on an extra 400 points to the 720, so, you know what I mean, you've got to get those points without dying, so that's pretty, I mean, for me at least, that's pretty hard. I'm not too good at this game yet. Goliath, recon, trophy, under barrel rockets, and homing rockets. Warbird, you got your aggressor, defender, extra flare, cloak, extra time, rockets, and Warbird wingman. This lets you. So let's say I'm playing with my friends and I put one of these up in the air with the Warbird wingman on it. It lets one of my friends or one of the people I'm playing with jump into the Warbird with me and use the MG turret. And then the last one, you got extra flare, sleight of hand, time to reload turret is shorter, laser guided rocket, another wingman again, extra time, and 105mm cannon. So like I said, you don't have as many score streaks, but they kind of make up for them a little bit, letting you be able to do a lot of this extra stuff. It does cost extra points, but you know what I mean. Like in my opinion, like let's say you do the bombing run, and not only do you have a bombing run, but if you do the care packages, it drops care. I lied. So if you put this on the care packages, you won't have a really bombing run anymore. It'll just be care packages. But that kind of adds on an extra score streak in my opinion. Because I mean, if you wanted the bombing run, then you could put the bombing run as number 2, and if you wanted the care packages, and you can put that on as number 3. So not only will you have one that's a bombing run, you have one that drops care packages. So it kind of adds on an extra score streak, if you know what I'm saying. So that's not too bad, I guess, but they are slacking a little bit on the score streaks. I think I showed you pretty much everything that I wanted to show you. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into a match really quick. I'm not going to play anything. No, I guess I'll show you the list of games. Bonus playlist, infected, and that. Hardcore playlist, ranked play. Leave that right away. And classic. This is you know, I mean, this is what they mean by classic is not having that exo ability, not being able to jump up in the air and have that boost. So that's kind of like your standard Call of Duty. So let me jump into a team deathmatch. Hopefully I'll get put into a lobby and I'll show you what you can do in them. Yeah, alright, yep. So if you just move to the right on your D-pad, you can see what everybody else is wearing. That's just kind of what I wanted to show you. See, there you go. That guy has a skin on one of his guns. But yeah, I want to jump out of this right away because I don't want to play yet. But there you go. I just wanted to show you. Once you jump into a lobby, if you press right, you can kind of see what other guys are wearing, and it'll tell you what they're wearing. So you can, if you like something, you can try to unlock it or do whatever you gotta do to get that. But oh my God, it's already a 40-minute video. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be watching all this. If you guys watched this whole video, then yeah, I gotta give you props because it's a long one. But I wanted to go through everything that I know at least. I might miss something. I'm not gonna lie. Might have missed something, but I think I showed pretty much everything. Trying to think. I guess the last thing I'll do is I didn't show you too much for the shotguns. Get the red dot, target enhancer, laser sight, stock, foregrip, advanced rifling. So yeah, all that stuff is pretty much the same. Heavy weapons. Let me see if they got anything different. Red dot, hybrid. All that's the same track and foregrip. Heat sink, so that's different. I'm not sure what that is. That's different though. Let me see, just a light machine gun. Auto focus, quick draw, advanced rifling. Yep, and all that stuff is the same too. Rapid fire. So I'm pretty sure that I showed you all of the attachments throughout the guns you can get. But without me talking anymore, let me cut this video off, and I'm probably gonna end up going to the GameStop right by my house because I want to get. The bad thing about the Xbox One is now you have to have an adapter to use one of your old Turtle Beaches. So I'm gonna try to go out and buy that adapter. Hopefully they have it. And while I'm out there, most importantly, I'm gonna be pre-ordering the GTA 5 for Xbox One. So I'm gonna do that, and then when I get back, I'll probably play a couple games, just make a couple videos on me playing the games. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, rate, comment, subscribe. Sorry it's a long video, but I wanted to get everything out there for you guys. That's about it. Signing off.